So, welcome back to Genshin Impact. Right now I'm gonna start Dainsleif's quest, which is named Bedtime Story. Not sure why am I going to Sumeru. Why again?
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it.
Really?
In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
No kidding. Are you really Catherine, or it's you, Nahida?
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
But sure, we're happy to take this job. Which Archon do you need us to deal with today?
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting.
I'm just gonna guess that Dainsleif's not gonna appear in Fontaine. Well, mostly everything is solved, but still. And he never appeared in Inazuma as well. It's kind of a shame.
All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Is that it? Just looked at each other. Is that it?
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the
Yeah,
job?
we're... Oh, because we've been to Fontaine, we know how to deal with mystery stuff.
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It
And?
seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers.
And what makes you think I
With
won't
the
fail?
reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Oh, and that's me.
Well, that's us for sure.
Why do you even get you everywhere with Paimon?
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot. If it
Okay.
proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their
Vimara
own villagers
Village?
has gone missing. But the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name.
How?
They can only provide information about his general appearance.
So it's a shut-in that just got lost?
They're all from the same village, but they don't even
Yeah.
know his name?
How do you know? How
If so
can
many
that happen?
adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Yeah, good idea.
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out.
True, that would be a little strange.
In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara Village and ask around first.
Okay.
The Adventurers Guild does have
I'll
some
take a
information on
look.
hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable.
Alright.
All right then, let's go! I'm starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Bedtime Story, what a name. I'm not going to sleep, am I? Or going into another samsara.
We made it to
Been to
Vimara
this place
Village!
many times.
Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
Like we always did in Fontaine.
Hello there. You looking to buy something?
No,
I do business in this area.
we don't care about business.
No, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vimara Village.
Ah, so you're here about that then. Ah, you're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all. To be honest, we
Okay,
aren't
tell
holding
me.
out much hope.
Who is this
Many
person?
adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues.
Really?
But no one has been able to make any headway.
Where did this person live?
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name?
Yeah.
Where did he live? Does
Same
he have any
questions
relatives?
that Paimon is asking.
I don't know. I really have no clue.
Come on.
I could...
Okay. guess you are really sick of answering questions.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions.
So those 3 questions are a no-go then.
I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him.
I'm not gonna ask everyone here, am I?
As someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know?
I don't wanna run back and forth quest here.
We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now. At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
Alright, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
Young guy, in his early 20s probably.
Ah, so
Incredibly
you
kind
have
sort of
seen him.
person, always willing to lend a helping hand.
And you don't know the guy, and no one knows the guy. What kind of person are you? Sounds like the village is exploiting this person.
I chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I
You know,
even
nice
saw him
guy,
stick out
helps
his neck
out,
for
and
others on
just
more than one occasion.
shrugs it
Very
off.
Interesting guy, that one.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that commission otherwise.
So you would know who he is.
There aren't many young people like him nowadays. So genuine and
Even
pure.
more so.
To think that he just up and disappeared one day. I just hope nothing bad happened.
Maybe he got fed up being ignored. You know. Oh, you know, I'm gonna help this person out and that person, and eventually no one cares who you are.
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
Yeah, exactly.
No, he's not the type to leave without saying
How would you
goodbye.
know?
And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village? There's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Easy.
Alright, thanks for the information. We're gonna go ask around some more.
Okay, who am I gonna ask now? Why am I picking these radishes? I have probably 1,000 of them. Ah, the elder. What
It's
was
that guests I
Amadea?
hear.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm not giving you the vintage lyre back. It's mine now.
So that's what brings you to these parts.
Also, last
Coming
time
all
he
this way
wasn't
for our
voiced.
sake. That's so very kind of you.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can.
Better not be the same details.
With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his
Of
appearance.
course.
But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village.
Still living.
But somehow he never seemed lonely.
They used to
In
live.
fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village.
Sounds like a
And
nice
whenever
guy.
someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say. As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much. But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
Nope.
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember.
What's going on
No matter
here?
how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
Or perhaps this person is an anomaly.
It's okay.
never
There's no need to
existed.
force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out. Well, Traveler, what do you think?
I think it's a bad case of amnesia. A lot of things not adding up.
I don't think so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
I would say it's more like he's someone who only exists in people's memories. Well, I was close.
Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased
There's someone walking over
necessarily,
there.
but more like he never existed to begin with?
Yeah. I mean, this is Sumeru. Things can happen.
Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in people's memories?
Could it be what happened with Greater Lord Rook of Devada? Like some sort of mass alteration of people's memories? Also that, I already forgot. and Aether is still thinking about it. No one else knows the Greater Lord. Only he does.
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right?
Oh, it's the girl.
You're here for
walked
the
by.
Vimara Village Commission?
Yes, I am.
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission.
I might give up.
My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vimara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
Well, I'm sure I'll track him down.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
Okay. So there are leads. I wonder where things like will pop up. This must be something more mysterious than the missing person if Dainsley was involved. It's too early to speculate what's behind here. So what's about the spot? Well,
Is this the place?
just a tree.
Under this tree?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been. I was actually adopted by the people of Vimara Village.
Oh, okay.
The forest rangers found me in the woods
So you
as a
know
child.
this place very well.
I was surrounded by such good people.
Found
and
you as a
growing
child.
up in the village was so lively.
What's with the parents in Genshin
Still,
Impact?
There were times
Always
when I couldn't help but
horrible
feel
people.
incredibly alone.
Except for Razor.
Alone?
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody.
Yeah, you're right.
But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden.
I think I get what you mean.
Really?
Yeah, oof.
You know
I used to have
exactly how
someone
I
like
feel.
that as a family member that I could talk to no matter what. But now I have a lot of friends who understand me and help. Oh, okay. I'm gonna say that.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well, I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure.
So this person is
And
someone who
patient, too.
listened.
Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me.
Maybe he was secretly gathering information?
Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Wow, you two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village.
And that's it? Not
He'd
about
share
himself?
a lot of his own wild ideas as well.
So, hiding his own identity.
Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once,
Okay.
but all he said was, they're not here anymore.
That's what the elder said.
I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away.
Yeah, it could be both.
I didn't want to pry.
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it.
Don't say that.
The last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk.
I
just
like the
right now.
shot with the chasm over in the back.
Time always passed by really slowly.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
Always have the same time of day. What? Based on what we've learned, this is definitely not a regular missing person case. What Tosa just told us that time would be the key unraveling this whole mystery. Oh, okay. Some
Hey,
angry
look at those
hill
hill trails
trails.
over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange?
They're always acting strange. What do you mean? Oh, okay. Here we go. The Abyss Order is here, of course.
The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this?
I don't care. They're always my enemy. Oh, he spotted us. Good. You came over to me.
We've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
Oh, hello, Bismay. This is your worst day.
Right now. Right here. Right now.
What's the single of Bismay gonna do to me? Oh. Never mind.
A sight to behold.
Silence!
Okay, 4 Abyss Mages.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up. If you hadn't been here, I'm not sure what I would have done.
Yeah, you would be toast.
It was no trouble.
The question is, should be asking now is what is the Abyss Order doing around here? Doing the Abyss stuff, what else?
Now that I think about it, the hilly trolls around Vimara village have been a lot more active lately.
Isn't that everywhere? Mondstadt, Liyue, Inazuma?
They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Except for those 3 kids I had to babysit in one story quest. Not story quest, world quest.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved. Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara village just in case. If the Abyss Order is plotting something, that could spell trouble for the villagers.
Yeah, it could. Also, when it's usually involved with the Abyss Order, the quest is more likely to be interesting.
Wait a second. The person!
Oh,
It's Dainsleif!
I just wiped off someone out of existence.
Ah,
Hey, Dane.
it's you two.
Of course it's me. You're still in Sumeru.
Oh,
What are you
a friend
doing?
of yours?
Yeah,
Well, I'll leave
a
you all
good
to it
friend.
then. I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others
As always,
anyway.
someone leaves
See you later.
when we're with Dainsley.
Yep, see you later, Atosa! Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that?
Yeah.
Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
You could say that.
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting you to be still here. Also, when are you gonna be playable?
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose?
Kinda, we're also on their tail.
No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place. The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse, Their plan could already be in motion.
So it's probably related to that thing.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly churl activity in the area?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilichurl activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Still, the hilly churl activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
But I think he will.
The best way to protect
Agree.
them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further
Well, let's see
tragedy.
what more we can learn from the villagers. There isn't anything
And you
more.
shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you. Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
You return to the Mar village to gather the intel based on what you've learned. It's already night.
Ah. So that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara village. Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories.
Yeah, does it ring a bell?
That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity. And that is certainly not much to go off of.
Well, how about the intel you promised me?
Right! That mysterious voice he heard in his sister's
Oh
memory.
yeah, that's
The
last
one who called himself
time.
a sinner. Who is he?
Yeah, who is that sinner?
Traveler, let me ask you this.
Oh, come on.
Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
Well, in a manner of speaking, yes.
I sense hesitation in your words.
Of course I
After all, you
hesitated.
still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened.
Yes.
There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done.
Yet. But the Travail teaser trailer says otherwise at the end, so I guess I'm gonna fail.
The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation.
Betray you?
His name is Vedrfolnir,
Oh,
the Visionary.
wait, we heard from Skirk about this name. How do you know?
I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin,
What?
my older brother.
I didn't expect that. Well then, welcome to the group, Dane. I guess we're both in the same situation. Aether's sibling is on the Abyss side, and Danesley's sibling is also on someone's side.
Your brother?
What happened between the two of you?
There were 5 of them. The
5?
5 sinners of Kanria. The wise, Roptatir. The visionary, Vedrfolnir.
Gold.
Gold, Rhine-daughter. The foul,
Sertology,
Sertology.
Skirk's master.
And Rehir of Solnari, Rerir.
Okay, you explained the first one. Gold we know, I didn't expect that. The foul and the rarer. We never heard about that one. Interesting, that's quite a lore drop.
No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar.
Yeah.
Rhine-daughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertology is Skirk's master.
Good thing Paimon explains it what we have heard, otherwise there are people that don't listen and then gonna ask, where, what, who are these names?
And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedrfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clotar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Yeah, somehow everything is connected now. That's true, then the stone slates we found in that ruined Fontaine, the ones that outline Fontaine's prophecy, that was likely... Oh, yeah. Well, who was it? Barbeloth, yeah, said that visionaries have such power.
They were once people of great esteem in Canria.
I bet.
Those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective
And
fields.
you were the captain.
6 of us. Together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster.
The Vinster King.
The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world.
Wait, isn't that Canria's leader? But in any case, okay, there were 6 of you and 5 became sinners.
Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves.
Well, obviously,
power
Gold
that could
wanted
destroy the
to
world.
make more creatures out of nothing.
So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in
Beings?
possession of world-shattering power.
Really, maybe I should send them to Celestia to fight in my place.
And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy. And for that, they shall never have my forgiveness.
Then my sibling came in contact with your brother. This is quite interesting now. now things are starting to set in place. Wow. Okay, so they didn't try to prevent the Conria's destruction. Oh boy. So they're corrupted.
Indeed. If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray
Great.
the entire
So I have
world.
another enemy to add to my list. Must have been hard to talk about all this.
Of course. As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
You just didn't want me to know.
Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate.
Again with the Loom of
It's been
Fate.
quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
I want to take these screenshots.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osile and make a god or something?
Yeah. It's a scary idea.
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward.
Really? So it's going to happen then. And I'm guessing we're gonna get another weekly boss, but different.
There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective. Based on the intel I've gathered so
Isn't
far,
their true
I
objective just
suspect
to
the Loom
corrupt
of
the
Fate is
whole world?
related to the ley lines in some way.
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes?
Oh yeah.
I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable.
That's why. Because the quest got me good. I didn't know it was a memory.
My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
Issues. And one of those things that flows through the ley lines are memories.
Wait, then our commission here in Vimara Village.
Yeah.
A person who seems to exist only in people's memories. Could it be connected?
Memories, ley lines. The Loom of Fate's missing person that doesn't seem to exist. What's the connection between all of
It's
this?
certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow.
Okay.
This missing persons case
Just don't
could
run
very
off.
well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
Okay, it's already morning. Didn't have to spend the time.
too much brain juice yesterday.
My
It's all
head's a
Dane's
mess.
fault saying all that complicated stuff. Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today. Dane? Hello, Dane?
He's just thinking.
Why are you just zoning out over here? Did
Bad
something
day?
happen?
What's wrong, Dane? You can tell me.
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
Did you forget? Did someone screw with your memories?
Oh, young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before.
Okay, something did happen. But it's a good thing you realize that.
Memories of him.
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up. And I'm certain I've never met this person before.
Well, what exactly did you remember?
I remember handing him the eye of the first field
What?
tiller.
What?
That's not something you should
Okay,
do.
so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then!
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of
How
others.
is that even possible? Okay.
Wait then,
If,
all the memories the villagers have of him,
yeah, they're
could they
fake.
be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all.
So this is some sort of Abyss Order plan.
But why would he do something like that?
Imagine putting memories that didn't exist. Can make, I don't know, make people believe you're some sort of god even.
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
Yeah.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it.
Exactly.
I am the only person who knows its location.
Oh.
Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in
That's
some
right.
way.
Is the eye still safe?
Your concerns are not entirely
Maybe you
unfounded.
give it to me.
I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me. We must check whether the eye is still in our possession.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
But what if someone follows us? We go straight there, someone is on our tail, then we're exposing our eye. Maybe that's the reason the Abyss were implanted that memory in the first place, to force Dane to confirm the eye's location. So what the Aether is thinking is that we tell him not to go there. Given what I know of him, though, I'm sure Dane has already thought of that possibility. It seems like he might have already had a plan. Lead the way, Dane.
Of course.
I'm still saying I should keep it. I wouldn't give it to anyone, no matter what memories they plant in me. Oh, it's right behind the chasm.
Hid it way out here? Not an easy place to
No.
discover, that's for
A
sure.
domain.
Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
So,
Traveler, wait.
what?
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
What's Dane going to tell me just now? Someone's still interfering?
Wait up!
Place of Revelations, okay. Okay, well... It actually looks like I'm going back into the chasm. You know... Actually, wait, yeah. I came over from here, and this is the same spot I was in that quest. So I'm just actually going back in. Then I suppose Dane's idea wasn't the best one. Put the eye here. Oh, mushrooms. I mean fungi.
Emerge, right now.
Bow your head.
And this is a chasm depths bounty.
Let the mighty be humble.
They think they can stop me?
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You
Wait,
can access the upper floor through the side door.
what are these?
Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
Okay, I guess they will open up. Oh, free chest. And of course there's always a ruin guard involved. Okay, time to wake up.
Come on out. Emerge.
Sharing my knowledge. Yeah, hey,
Settle down!
I'm always watching.
Oh. That sort of lamp was in Enconomia. We didn't see that in the chasm. But yeah, basically I'm in the chasm. Okay, 3 lights, I guess
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light.
Uh-huh.
That should
rotate.
unlock the mechanism.
There's nothing to rotate there.
The door's open.
I was thinking,
Let's go.
wrong?
Our destination is just up ahead.
Alright, what's over there? I can't go there probably, it's a domain. Oh no, wait, I am there. Are we gonna have a battle here? Looks like such a place.
looks like we can't go any further.
Yeah. So what now?
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the abyss.
Oh, come on. Abyss Herald Cryo.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here!
Oh wait, I don't have Pyro. Oh, in any
Show
case,
them. Right now. Emerge.
I can defeat it with Electro.
Silence!
The main problem is his shield.
I see everything! Let's dance!
Right now. Right here.
The tide's beckoning.
think I wrote out anything.
Right now. Right here.
This may hurt.
Settle down! Desolation! An oversight!
Go, Barb. Go.
Oh, I haven't
Emerge.
seen that
Right
one.
now.
And there it is. He's done.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The
Oh.
Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here.
So they did follow us. I thought you had a plan.
Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see...
Then I guess we should grab the eye.
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines.
I don't know if I
Must be the
feel.
work of the Abyss.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place.
Leave you here on your own? Will you be alright?
The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager.
Oh, really? But how?
Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
Alright. Maybe Dane is trying to buy some time or something. Oh, nice. Secret passage. Dane does have a point. But something still feels off. What am I missing? Now what? Someone's coming. Who is it? Oh boy, it's Lumine.
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
So they're gonna fight, right?
You risked your safety and that of the Eye? That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
I like those shots. Very cinematic.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
We did take care of one.
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say, but if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
Go ahead, Dane. Teach her a lesson.
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry back to Vimara Village.
Just some hill
Look
turtles.
at those hilly trails over there.
Seems strangely calm.
Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
Maybe it's their lunchtime. Wait, I heard something.
In the new world,
Oh,
they bade farewell to the shrouded sun.
wait, I know this
At
voice.
last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that?
Heard that
What
too,
was
my
that sound
fun
just
one.
now? It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly churls in some way? Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this is happening anywhere else.
They're not gonna get up, okay. Then I'm not gonna touch them.
Looks like the
Oh.
same thing is happening
Oh.
over here too. The hilly churls are calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
Is that voice again? Nope, no reaction.
Over there. It
There's
looks
even
like
more.
they're sleeping.
In the end, he whispered softly, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people. When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more."
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story. Well, now that the hilly churls have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least.
For
Let's
now.
put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara Village before it's too late.
Okay, we can return. Oh. Okay, this is special story mode. We can't teleport.
Grandpa Medea, is everyone all right? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order?
What?
This is the first I'm hearing of it.
What? You never heard of it?
Thank you for your concern. But as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
Hmm? Someone's gone missing, you say?
Grandpa, did you
Who would that
forget?
be?
Huh?
Or you don't remember?
You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time.
Or are the memories
posted a
again
commission with the
changed?
Samara Adventurers Guild. That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually. Your missing persons commission.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again.
Yeah,
At
probably.
least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to. Perhaps you should try asking someone else.
But how is that? All right. Thanks for your help, Grandpa Amadea.
Well, this doesn't help.
Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadea about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing
Yeah.
villager have been erased again?
Should check on the others first.
You're right. We should narrow down the possibilities first. Let's go ask someone else then.
Like Atosa, right?
Someone's gone missing? Who?
Yep, this guy's affected as well.
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
Really? You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill.
Okay, who
no
is
doubt
it?
about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing?
You've seen him recently.
Yeah, I just saw him leave the village.
Just saw
There
him.
was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
Where is it? I need to see this person.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
That would be weird. That returning to the past would be that simple. Given everything they mentioned about disturbances in the ley lines, I'd say it's far more likely it's related to memories in some way. I need to think carefully. What's really going on? Oh boy, time to think. People have gone about missing person.
Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukadevada. No one remembers him.
Yay, Zack's
Because
getting
there's been a
paid.
change in people's memories. If we really did travel back to a time before he disappeared,
Too bad he talks in
that could
his
explain
thoughts,
why villagers
not
said he hadn't gone
normally.
missing. If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
Oh, that's also a nice idea.
Right. Paimon totally forgot about the leyline disturbances. We're in someone else's memory. Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time.
Yeah, but that was weird.
That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing.
If we're
It's a
really
memory
in
after
someone's
all.
memory, then this is our chance to find him.
Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf. But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him?
Of course
Who
we
knows
should.
how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is.
No, let's go through what we know so far.
Good idea. That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to...
Implant memories into the minds of others.
Right! That! Could we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
A trace? Planting memories into minds of others is be an imperfect process. There's no way to new memories could perfectly blend in with the old ones. There has to be some kind to tell.
All the memories seem to be set in or near Vimara village, but I'm still not sure if they're restricted to this location.
This one.
If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection.
This is very
That
possible.
would make it much harder to avoid suspicion.
Yeah. And this one, easily forgotten.
There's a difference between memories that arise from lived experiences and those that are implanted into the mind.
I'd say it's this.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That's the tell of the fake
Except
memories!
there was night.
The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
If you consider this in conjunction with what we already know, then the question of whose memory this is seems to have an obvious answer. Atosa?
The color of the sky.
I'm gonna say it already. Atosa.
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atosa described!
The other
Come to
two
think of
don't
it,
make sense.
Every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly.
Yeah, and you never actually gave
Even when
much
it
thought.
felt like we'd been talking for hours.
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atosa's memory.
Let's go to the
Yeah,
tree.
that's where they'll be.
Time to find that who's been messing with our memories. Oh. Wait, who?
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't.
That's obviously a
You could
Conrian.
also just...
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and
Yep.
thoughtful young woman. You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Wait, what? Alright, this is a memory, so she doesn't know. Finally found him, but why does he look kind of familiar?
Oh, right. This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then.
So, what's gonna happen?
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
Yeah, it is. You're... Factoring the memories of his royal loom of fate, everything I need to think of the person that can connect this all together. Oh. You're Caribert, Alberic? This doesn't make sense, and this one I'm not sure.
Born into abject sorrow.
Yeah.
You're Caribert Alberic.
Now you spoke.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the
Wait,
surprise.
oh, of course.
I don't believe I've met
I'm gonna
you
say,
before.
why don't you know me? And then, yeah, I was in the memory then as well, so you couldn't.
Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it?
Wait, you know?
Your sibling's memory. You saw... the me from back then. This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her, but... I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead.
So, how
Come,
did you become
Let's find somewhere
human?
else to talk.
Wait, what? Somewhere else? What is this place?
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness.
Ah, okay.
I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world after all,
Wait,
as you well know.
you don't exist. But how can you be in someone's memory? Then that means someone implanted you. You look quite exhausted.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this. And now, the time has finally arrived.
Okay, speak. It's a rare opportunity for me as well. I should learn as much information from Caribert as I can. What exactly happened to you?
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements,
Oh yeah,
I would become the loom of fate.
that crazy guy.
But despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the loom of fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction.
Okay, then explain what
In
is
truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion.
Ah, you mean when you ripped off your mask?
The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the loom of fate.
Caribert is dead. That's why he no longer exists outside of people's memories.
As for your question, the loom of fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
Weaving ley lines.
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories.
Wait,
But As more of it
Then-
is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger.
Then it means
until
it
finally,
is complete.
it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own.
Oh boy.
Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories.
Oh, okay, then it's not complete yet.
But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
So that was what was the source of the ability in plant memories?
Yes. I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation.
Then it's not a good thing.
After all,
We better get
its
rid of
existence
it.
cost me my life.
So the memories that suddenly appeared in Dane's memory were implanted by Care Bear through the half-finished loom of fate. That makes sense, but still lost as to why he went as far as to introduce himself, all this residents to Vimar village. Why did you implant memories of yourself?
Ah, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world, as if I had.
So that's why. I would have never guessed. Is there any kind of meaning to this? Does only existing in people's memories really count as living?
I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless?
Wants to be remembered?
But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life.
Ah, okay.
What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life, even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance of
Yeah, it
living was
was
stripped
quite
away
some
from me
time
when I was
ago.
8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance.
Yeah, okay.
An imagined
So that
version
means
of what I would
Hilichurls
look like if I
can't
had the chance to
even
grow up.
rip their mask off, although it was stated that they know their appearance and they're just repulsed by it. In the end, this all stems from the tragedy that occurred in Conria back then. You know, everyone's looking for you.
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all.
As I understand it, even though you only appeared in their memories, your existence was a great comfort to them.
I know.
Oops, I pressed that. Didn't see it. Well, now that I found you, let's continue our conversation some other time. Dane might still need my help.
Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
I mean, the guy's fighting Lumine.
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The Loom of Fate has already been completed.
So it's half complete or complete? What? Loom of Fate's already complete. That means the eye that the first field tiller must have been fallen. Yeah, could something have happened to Dane?
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning.
Really? So you are at fault here.
Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he?
What?
His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye
so he did
in order to have the chance to confront the princess.
Okay, so he did lead them astray, but still had to confront.
He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that
I
location.
would have taken it. I was saying that.
That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at
They
once.
never handed me the eye.
That's right. Because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
Wait, does that mean when Dane false memory? Yeah, what was that moment? You made him think like that? When?
Before you two entered that false location.
Caribert, you're despicable.
Traveler, wait.
You said you just wanted to implant memories about yourself. You just made this project
We've
possible.
no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Yeah. So when Dane froze up back then, it was because false memory was being implanted in his mind. No wonder.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
Well, I can't accept that. So Dane had the eye this whole time until the Visorder took it away. I'm sure there's anything you could have done. Not the Loom of Fate complete. What are you planning to do with it?
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the princess is planning. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend
But
the
it's
ones that
connected
already
to your
exist.
soul, isn't it?
In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved.
Your goal?
You remember my father, don't you?
Yes.
Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory, after he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form. I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story, that this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple: to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest, to implant
But
a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls. In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love.
Okay, I understand. So the thing that caused the villagers to calm down back then was Caribert's story. That was his goal. That was the only thing he wanted. He had a device powerful as Loom of Fate's disposal, and all he wanted to do with it was to offer villagers a moment of comfort and peace.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting
a noble
those memories,
idea, but not a great plan.
that was the most worthwhile thing I could
I
offer.
think it was meaningful indeed.
All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story?
So
It's finished.
that's the bedtime story. Oh, cutscene now. And he disappeared.
Looks like I was too late
Oh.
to see Caribert one last time.
Hey, you two meet again. Since a long time.
Caribear's consciousness is gone. And this space will soon disappear along with it.
Okay, you're not actually physically here.
Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation?
Yeah, weird conversation. So, what are we gonna talk?
The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you agree?
I almost can't believe this is real.
That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean.
Oh, of course, he wouldn't give up.
I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me.
He hesitated. Oh boy.
Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight
Maybe
Sword.
he likes you.
Even after 500 years.
What are you going to do with the Loom of Fate?
The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But
It's weird how
there's still time.
she's saying this, but there's nothing I can do. We're uninteractable physically.
Before the heavenly principles awaken.
Awaken? They are still asleep?
Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria. There's been no sign of activity.
So Nahida was right back then. I thought it was a bluff. So why are they asleep?
Not long ago,
Or maybe it's a
you
good thing.
witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne.
Yes? Are you watching somewhere?
Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation. However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken.
Oh,
We just don't know when that will be.
you really hate the Heavenly
Or what
Principles,
might
don't
trigger
you?
it. You could say that.
Speaking of which, can you explain what they did to you
Just look at Caribear.
at the beginning
He
of the
was
game?
so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist?
Well,
Of course,
obviously it was
that's only one
Celestia.
example. My feelings about the heavenly principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Aether?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that.
Actually, that's true. No one says your name except Lumine.
There's so much I wanted to ask you, but for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now.
You sure? Because once we leave, you're gonna be back to zero.
There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
That is a good question.
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end.
Which might be an actual place.
Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom.
Didn't that, right?
To have a place like that suddenly appear before me.
But that also means the Intivat flower, which is on her head, isn't native to Tevat. It's also somewhere else.
Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
I don't know.
You mean...
I miss you too, Aether. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes, let alone my own brother.
Yeah.
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much
Oh,
longer.
it's breaking apart.
In fact, aside from our inability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space.
What? It's breaking
With
apart.
Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here.
Wait, that's not fair, so it was pointless.
Everything in space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our
Wait,
reunion.
how come you can touch him?
You're only telling me this now?
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy.
Where was Paimon all this time?
Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in.
Huh?
The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and Dane came by just now? It looked like he was injured.
That's not
He
okay.
didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were alright and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya.
They never changes, does he?
Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Kari Bear. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find,
Oh,
right?
so we remember
and
that much.
after that,
Carbear
Paimon
and
doesn't
I
remember
talked
what
for a
happened.
while.
Wait, really? What a score!
Guess our commission's complete then. The missing villager person who existed in memories was Carbear all along. But now that he's gone, I'm not sure how to explain this to the villagers.
Well, what happened after that?
I can't seem to remember. Maybe I'm just tired. I feel like something else happened, but I can't remember. Not sure why, but I almost feel like I lost something.
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram? You sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he
Oh.
was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. They looked like quite a happy family, apparently. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long.
The memory just showed up and backed out again. That's how Carbear said his goodbye. That was the last memory he gave them.
Oh, and we also remembered his name, Kari Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear
Yeah,
every
but
day.
now it doesn't
Would have
matter.
been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
That's a unique name.
Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Seems like everyone thinks Kari Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of
Carbear
explanation
is gone. The Lumine fate is now complete.
Paimon wonders how Atos is doing. Maybe we should go check on her.
Probably not
If
doing
she
so
hasn't
well.
remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree. Come on, let's go talk to her.
Yep, standing at the tree.
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you. I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Kari Bear now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important.
I'm sure he wouldn't want you to forget him.
It's funny, but I have this feeling he told me the same thing. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is made up of a series of memories. As long as I hold on to our time together, he'll always be a part of my life. I'm just happy I got to meet him. So, who cares what happens in the future?
I care.
Okay, I'll admit. I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I?
Yeah, you could say that.
Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
I'm sure he had his reasons.
You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's just like Kari Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day. Anyway,
Maybe.
Thanks for all your hard work,
But
you
maybe
two.
not.
I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back. Goodbye.
Bye.
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Oh, right! Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Kari Bear?
Right. What was it back then? I can't remember. Is it like there's something in my pocket?
A picture? Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.
Oh. Interesting. You must get along with each other. Okay. Interesting. And that's it. What a nice ending. And we get the item to keep it. Yeah, well, aside from having huge lore drops with the 5 sinners now known, and it wasn't actually that long, so it was half a second hour, I think. So there's gonna be very few things to edit out, so it was a surprisingly short and concise story quest. So until then, next time.